Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and also via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from our studios in Trinidad. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. The sutra says on sutra means the clue. The clue through which you achieve something. On joyously seeing a friend, a long absent friend, permeate this joy. What happens? A friend you have not seen for long, maybe months, maybe years. Suddenly when you see him, you are ecstatic, overjoyed, and in that we forget that joy, we start talking. In that moment when you see a long-awaited friend, suddenly a joy grips you, but your attention is always on the friend, not on the joy. The sutra says joy is very important. If your focus is on the friend, then you are missing something. And this joy will be momentarily. Your attention should be focused on the friend. Your attention is focused on the friend. You will start talking, remembering the old things, and maybe planning some things. Remember some childhood memories. In that you will miss this joy, and this joy will disappear. When you see a friend and suddenly a joy arising in your heart, concentrate on this joy. Feel it, become it, and meet the friend. While you are meeting the friend, be aware and be filled with your joy. Let the friend be just on the periphery and joy be at the center. Two things are there, a periphery and center. When you meet a long awaited friend, long absent friend, the friend becomes important, not the joy that arises out of this meeting. The joy arising out of the meeting is in the center between you and your friend. Both you and your friend are on the periphery. Concentrate on the joy, feel it and become it, and meet the friend while being aware. Two things: being aware of the joy and being filled with it. Let the friend be just on the periphery, and you remain connected to the center, to your feeling of joy or happiness. This can be done in many other situations. Every moment, existence creates a situation, but it is up to you how you take that situation and use it as a stepping stone, use it as a thoroughfare to continue your journey. Sometimes difficulties comes up, you are in work, many things happen, but once we learn the habit, know the art of making everything beneficial for you, morning comes, sun rises, there is a joy of a different kind. The sun is rising, the birds are chirping, the flowers are blossoming, the life, everything becomes alive. It has a joy of its own. Then dusk comes, sun is setting, it has its own joy. Everything is returning to its resting place. Then the darkness is spreading. Thomas Gray, in the famous elegy written in the country churchyard, says, "The cowherd's homeward plods his weary way, leaves the world and to me." In the evening now, by dusk, the cowherd are returning home. The twinkling bell lulls the distant fold. Around their neck is a bell that is creating a sound. Twinkling bell lulls the distant fold, and they are returning and leaving me and the world to this darkness. It has its own beauty. The night has its own beauty, the day has its own beauty, every moment has its own duty. So this can be done in many other situations. The sun is rising and suddenly you feel something arising within you with the rising of the sun. Then forget the sun, let this joy remain, sun remain on the periphery, and you be centered in your own feeling of rising energy. When sun rises, what does it mean? An energy is, new spirit of energy is rising. The moment you look at it, it will spread. It will become your whole body, your whole being, and do not be just an observer of it. Merge into this energy field. There are very few moments when you feel joy, happiness, bliss, but you go on missing them because you are object oriented. Sun is rising, your focus is on the sun, not the joy that is arising within you. A friend comes and meets you, a joy arises, your focus is on the friend, not on the joy. The crux of the matter is your focus should be on the joy, what happens within you. Whenever there is joy, joy means a new energy surging within you. Focus on that energy. Let it do something within you. Whenever there is joy, you feel that it is coming from without. You have met a friend. Of course, it appears that the joy is coming from the friend. From seeing him, that is not the actual case. The joy is within you. The other has given you an opportunity to experience that joy within you. But you think the joy is coming because of the friend, because of the rising sun. This is an opportunity. When the difficult situation comes up, you know the intelligence within you. You experience that there is a power within you that knows beyond all knowings. Suddenly, in a moment of diversity, in a moment of adversity, something suddenly springs forth from deep within, and you find the solution. It is, all solutions lie in the problems. So the actual situation is, there is already a joy and a sorrow. All these dualities are within you. A situation comes up, its pointer is on the joy, so you forget that and you thank that situation, that friend that you have come, we will have a good time and all that. So that outside, the without is not the actual case. The joy is deep within you. It is your nature. It is your quality. It is your being. The friend is just a situation. The rising sun is just a situation. The friend has helped it to come to the surface, has helped you to see that it is there. It has not vanished. And this is not only with joy, instead with everything, with anger, sadness, misery, with happiness, with everything. Others are simply a situation. That is more precise and correct to say that other creates a situation. No. Other is the situation in which things that are hidden in you finds expression. They are not the cause. They are not causing something in you. Whatever is happening to you. That is why the Sufi master used to say that always choose to be happy. Whatever is happening to you. It has always been there. It is only that meeting with the friend, that meeting has become a situation in which whatever was hidden has surfaced, has come out in the open, has come out from the hidden source. It has become apparent, manifest. That is what birth is. The life force was there. Look at the bulb. The bulb is there. The switch is there. The electric current is flowing in the house through the live wires, but the bulb is not lit. The moment switch is turned on, the bulb illumines. It's not that somebody has come and lit it. It is there in it. That illumination is there. That illumination, that joy, that bliss is in you. Somebody, your friend has come, that has triggered it to surface. It is only that meeting with this friend has become a situation in which whatsoever was hidden has surfaced. From the hidden sources, it has become apparent, manifest. That is what birth is. You become manifest. In the beginning, God hid himself and manifested you. Now you have to hide yourself and manifest God. Whatever Whenever this happens, remain centered in the inner feeling, a joy. A friend comes, a joy is spurting. Remain centered in the inner feeling, and then you will have a different attitude about everything that you see around in life. With this begins the process of transformation. Even the negative emotions do this. When you are angry, do not be centered on the person who has aroused it or triggered it. Let him be on the periphery. You just become the anger. Feel anger in its totality. Allow it to happen within. Do not rationalize it in any way. Do not say that this man has created it. We keep on saying that this man gets me angry all the time. He does something, he says something and makes me angry. So that way you are condemning the man. Do not condemn this person. He has just become a situation. Feel grateful towards him that he has helped something which was hidden in you into the open. He has hit you somewhere and the wound was there already. Now you know it. You can become the wound with negative or positive, any emotion. Use this technique and there will be a great change in you. If your emotion is negative, you will feel freed of it by being aware that it is within you. The moment you become aware of something, it disappears. If the emotion is positive, you will become the emotion and you become the emotion itself. You will become joy. If it is anger, the anger will dissolve. And this is the difference between negative and positive emotions. If you become aware of a certain emotion, and by becoming aware, the emotion dissolves. It is negative. If by your becoming aware of a certain emotion, you become the emotion, if the emotion spreads and becomes your being, two things are. If by becoming aware, if the emotion is negative, it will dissolve. If the emotion is positive, it will spread over your entire being. If the emotion then spreads and becomes your being, it is positive. Awareness works differently in both cases. In case of negative emotion, like anger, frustration, it dissolves. If there is a joy, it spreads over your entire being. That is the beauty of awareness. It dissolves the negative and spreads the positive. It is, if it is good, blissful, ecstatic, you become one with it. Awareness deepens it. Your happiness with awareness multiplies. Your anger dissolves with awareness. So to me, this is the criteria. If something is deepened by your awareness, it is something good. If something is dissolved through awareness, it is something bad. That which cannot remain in awareness is sin. That which cannot remain in sin is that which cannot remain in awareness is sin. That which grows in awareness is virtue. Virtue and sin are not social concepts as we know. They are inner realizations. Sin cannot exist in a state of awareness, and virtue spreads over your entire being with awareness. Use your awareness. It is just as if there is darkness all around and you bring light. Awareness is light. The darkness will be no more there. Just by bringing the light in, the darkness disappears, because really it was not there. Darkness was the absence of light. It was negative, just an absence of light. But many things will become manifest which are there just by bringing in light. All these shelves, books, walls will not disappear. In darkness, they were not visible to you. You could not see them. If you bring light in, darkness is no more. But that which is real will manifest, will be revealed to you. Through awareness, all that is negative, like darkness, will dissolve, and darkness like hatred, anger, sadness, violence will dissolve. Then love, joy, ecstasy, bliss will for the first time become revealed to you. So on joyously seeing a friend, a long awaited friend, long absent friend, permeate this joy. Only this much for this morning, Next week we start with the next technique, next sutra, when eating or drinking become the taste of the food or drink and be filled with it. Until then, take care and do have a pleasant day.